The champs are in the house. The defending champs for Conference USA, the Liberty Flames, are now in the hot seat. What a season last year. Head coach Jamie Chadwell, Quentin Cooley, the running back, and Quentin Reese, the safety. Thanks for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
Okay, take me back to last season. First year, taking over at Liberty. What was that experience like?
Well, we won too much, obviously. There's a lot of expectations, right? So, the biggest challenge, I think, anytime you take over a place is, especially when a place that's had success, it's hard to implement your culture because of when you've had success, hey, let's do it the same way. And so there was a lot of challenges with that. But because of the young men beside me and some other guys that bought into what we're doing, we were able to get some things going for us and overcame some hardships, especially early in the season. And when things got rolling, we just felt like we were unbeatable. You know, when you get to that place, it's a special time. And so it was tremendous going through that. Very thankful for that, but obviously you got to turn the page.
What was that recipe for success, and how do you recreate that in 2024?
Well, I think the main thing is just getting your program, getting your players to understand that obviously you want to win the game, but while we play, and understanding, educating, we're playing for the guy beside us. When you do those things, you don't feel pressure. You don't feel the outside burdens because you're playing for something bigger than that. And it took us a while to, I think, gain each other's trust by doing that. But once we did, then that allowed us to play free and have fun and enjoy what we were doing and not feel like there was a lot of work that went in, but make it not feel like work. There was a lot of fun with it. And if we can continue to have that mindset, then I like our team.
When you get to play on the biggest stage in the Fiesta Bowl, national attention, everyone's paying attention to what you're doing all season. How does that help your program now in terms of recruiting and growing and keep getting bigger?
Well, I think one, just the recognition that you got from being on that stage. You're one of the very few that gets those opportunities. And being obviously the first from Conference USA, the first from our university to be able to do that is something that myself and our team and that part of our university will remember forever. And now when you go into high school, you go to different places, you have name recognition, which is awesome. You don't have to educate on who you are and what you're about, and so that there's a huge benefit from that standpoint to have a New Year's Six on your resume, to have those opportunities. And then more importantly, then you've done it. And now you can reach those same goals and dreams from our place just as much as you can from anywhere else.
You have a ton of pieces coming back. Let's start on the offensive side of the ball. Tell me about who you have coming back and what you look for out of that unit.
Well, we do have a good nucleus, obviously starting with the quarterback, CUSA coming back and who had a tremendous year. He's the leader of that group. Obviously, the man beside me, Quentin Cooley, 1,400-yard rusher for us, and we've got a good stable of running backs coming back, and then and we have some new pieces, and the main thing there is we have a standard of how we expect to play, how we expect to do things, and we got to continue to do the things necessary to help you win football games, But I expect us to be explosive and create some big plays, but also playing some winning football by making sure that we're not putting our defense in some bad situations by turning it over, doing some stupid things. But I like the group. I think we do have some question marks at offensive line and receivers, some guys that need to step up that maybe have not done it for us or done it enough, from an experience standpoint. And I think that'll determine if those young men can step up. That'll determine how good we can be.
All right, let's talk to Quentin Cooley, running back. You were the Conference USA Newcomer of the Year last season. What was it like to be a part of this offense last year?
It was extremely grateful. I came from an offense where I was a slow pace, and then just coming to this offense, just going downhill, just going back to an offense that I'm used to. The offense fit me very well. I'm considered like an old school running back. Just give me the ball, I carry a heavy load, and just keep going. But it was good. The triple options. I obviously came from a wing tee out of high school, so it made me think about how equal it was to high school, and I just went back to playing the normal football myself.
This spring, what does the offense look like, and how do you take the next step in your game?
I feel like the offense, we just need a lot of step up. Like Coach said, offensive line is probably one of the biggest things we got to question that, and just keep pushing them guys to be able to believe in themselves and know their purpose of why they play the sport, for us to have a good season again, to us get the running game down on the ground or protect the quarterback. But just continue to see them guys grow, especially at wide receiver too. We got wide receivers coming in. We lost a key wide receiver, and just to see them grow and to continue to fill in them spots and them big shoes to fill in.
Personally, I've read a lot about you and the things you do in the community. You understand the kind of platform that you have now at Liberty Tell them about some of the efforts you've done in terms of raising money for schools and getting into the community.
Just wanting to give back to the kids and stuff. Like I said earlier, football is not my identity. I'm a better man outside of the world than that, and just wanting to grow money for the kids, wanting to be there for the kids, go read to the kids, do things like that. It's always a blessing because we are like their superheroes in real life. We are the NFL players in college and high school kids, and just want somebody to look up to you. Just not even that, just giving back to the people also on the campus of Liberty. They teaching us for a reason. They don't really have to give us an education, but they love people also, and just giving back in us is also a blessing.
Coach, what is it like to have a guy like Quentin Cooley and just kind of embody everything that this program is about?
Yeah, tremendous young person. One, I'm proud of who he is. He mentioned that he cares about young people. He wants to be a counselor, and he didn't share tons about it, but maybe his upbringing wasn't what he thought it was going to be, but instead of using that maybe as a crutch, he's used that as a motivation to go back and use the blessing he has now, the platform that Jesus has given him, and to be able to use that and to show people, hey, there is a way out of maybe the situations you're in. And I think that's what I'm more proud of than anything, no matter what he does from here on, no matter what type of season, whenever football's said and done, that won't be the last you hear of him. He's going to do some special things for the people that he cares about, and I'm looking forward to being part of that journey as well.
That's amazing. All right, we got a highlight of yours. We're going to put it up on the monitor. Let's take a look at Quentin Cooley as running back. All right, you got that hole. You're busted open. What are you seeing?
Just seeing all my teammates doing a lot of effort blocking down the field for me to score.
That's why you got the 90 rating on the new college football game right
here.
Take us back from the snap. I mean, the entire play, how it developed. What are you thinking? What are you seeing? Walk me through that.
Really, like just get the ball. I see my center pulls, just cut off his butt, just run, and then I see the corner come back, and I just see him in the corner of my eye. So I don't want to look towards him to know that he knows I'm looking at him. I want to be on my blind side. As soon as he got closer, I made my move, and obviously he missed. And after that, all my teammates just do all the effort to get downfield to get me in the end zone.
Oh, and you got there.
Yeah.
Made the moves. A nice touchdown run by Quentin Cooley. Coach, let's go now, other side of the ball. Defense. What do you have coming back, the pieces, and what's the strength of your defensive unit?
I like our side of the ball. I think, going in our second year from a depth standpoint, I think we have a lot of players that have an opportunity to contribute in a high level. Now, a lot of those guys maybe haven't done it for us. Or haven't done it as much as we want them to from an experience standpoint, but I do like our competition on that side of the ball. We've got guys at every level, D-line, linebacker, secondary, that are hungry to play and that have the talent to play and be really good players in our league. And so I think you'll see us play a lot more people than we were capable of playing last year, which is good because that competition creates a great culture. And so I am excited about that. A challenge that we're going to face, as I said, a lot of them hasn't done that for us, and that's where we're going to rely on a Quentin Reese and somebody that's been a leader for us that's done it year after year here at Liberty for us to help those guys through some of those challenging times. But I think you'll see us be more aggressive, play a lot more people, be fresher, just because I think we have that depth to be able to do that this year.
Quentin Reese, safety for Liberty. I think maybe the best dress so far today with the three-piece suit, looking sharp.
Very sharp.
Vocal leader on the defense. What does it take and what does that mean to you to have that responsibility?
For me, it's kind of just what legacy do I want to leave on the guys that are coming after me? Because I've been there for going on year 5, and it's like, what am I going to leave behind me? And I'm nothing if I don't leave anything behind me, or if I'm nothing if I don't leave Liberty better than I have found it. So just making sure that I take that mindset into every day and not forgetting the hindsight of what we're doing this for.
55 tackles last year. Was there a highlight for you? Was there a play or was there a game that stood out for you?
It wasn't an exact game. It was really the moments I created in the locker room with all my teammates, the post-game celebrations, just the weekends hanging out with the guys after a hard game or a hard week off. Just the camaraderie we have in the locker room is really what I look forward to the most.
When you run the table in conference, you win the championship, and then you get all the way to the Fiesta Bowl, expectations now go to another level. What have you done differently in the offseason to be ready for that?
I like those expectations because it just challenges us every day to continue to push forward and just make sure we keep the main thing, which is to win games and be process-oriented and progress-oriented, and just make sure that we take the little steps every day to make sure that we're good on the back end of the season.
All right, so the last name is Reese. And once again, NIL kicked in, and Reese's hooked you up last season.
Yeah.
What was that like? And I'm sure you were a fan favorite in the locker room with your teammates.
It was 2 seasons ago, actually, but it was a blessing.
Okay, my bad.
It was a blessing to be able to be part of that campaign. I was just lucky enough to have the last name Reese, so I got blessed with that opportunity as well, too. But it was cool. I got to bless others with Reese's, and I don't even like Reese's myself, so it was
Should
a
he
great
say
chance.
that on
to-
TV?
Yeah, no. She wanted to come back.
Yeah, I
so
just want to be
gotta
honest,
pump-
though. You feel me? Yeah. It was just a great chance to
I
bless
love
others. He does.
If you want to do it, I love it.
Okay, let's take a look at your play. A chase down sack against Middle Tennessee. Let's go to the monitor and take a look. Backside, getting it done. Take me through this play.
See, on this play, I was at dollar, which is like our I'm a joker / end. And really, my goal is to set the edge, but he fumbled. So at that point, it's play football. And I just ran and kind of tackled him. Didn't see too much because your adrenaline's going. It kind of just happens. It's just a reaction thing, but got a chance to make a play for my team when they needed to.
Any goals you've set for yourself or your unit as a whole defensively?
Just lead better than I did last year and leave a legacy. Because my word of the year is legacy, and like I kind of just mentioned, what am I doing to leave my part on the guys that come after me?
Well, you left a mark in terms of how you dress on the set. Very
sir.
impressive,
Thank you.
that is
Thank
for
you.
sure. Special teams, how do you guys look?
I always think that's the question mark, right, from that standpoint. I think there's a great standard that we've set as far as the expectation of the competition and how we challenge each other in that every day. Obviously, we were a little up and down in kicking the ball last year. If you watch us from that standpoint, we've brought some people in to challenge the current group that we have in there. Special teams can be the difference in being a champion or not, and we put a lot of time into that, like obviously everybody in the country does. But our expectations there are high. I expect us to be able to create positive momentum plays there. Our mindset on our special team is to create a spark for our football program, our football team, and so that's the name of our special team unit, Spark. And because of that depth that we've mentioned especially on the defensive side of the ball, I expect our special teams to be better this year.
Okay, let's take a look at your schedule. You ready? Mm-hmm. Let's go. Let's put it on the monitor. The schedule for the Liberty Flames this season, and it gets started against Campbell August 31st. Take us through some of the highlights.
Well, what I look up there, I see August 31st, that's Liberty versus Liberty. Then the next one's Liberty versus Liberty, and then Liberty versus Liberty all the way down through there.
I'm noticing a trend here.
I'm noticing a trend, yeah. So, I think obviously it's a challenging schedule. We've got, obviously, the Conference USA, I believe wholeheartedly from top to bottom, our league doesn't get the respect that it deserves or it's earned nationally, and I think you're going to continue to see our league get better and better because of the coaches, because of the people in this league that are putting into what they want their programs to be. Obviously, we got a challenge in out of conference. We're playing an AAC team and a Sun Belt team. I think is big for us in our conference and put us see where we are in the G5. But it's a challenging schedule. But for our program, and we talk a lot about it's always us versus us. Can our best be good on Saturday, and that's how we measure ourselves. Can we play up to our best every week? But we know it's a tough one. We know when we get into conference games right away, obviously in the week 2, we know how challenging that's going to be, especially being the defending champions and with that target on your back there. So our guys are going to have to be ready to go, but we're looking forward to it. And then the home games, we have an unbelievable home atmosphere, and we can't wait that first August 31st to be in front of our great fans and our students. They do a tremendous job at Liberty.
A tough test. You got a rematch of the championship game in the conference at New Mexico State and at App State, a non-conference matchup. It'll be a fun season for the Liberty Flames.